Okay, when you guys are looking at your homework, I wanted to do a video on number 29 because it's a little bit different than what we did in class. There are fractions that get involved here, so you're going to have to use one of those three methods I showed you to figure out what that first term is going to be, or that second term in there, however long it takes it to hit it. Okay, so looking at these front ones here, how can I get that 2b squared to match that 2b cubed? You're going to take it times just a b. Okay? So if I take it times just a b, then I get 2b cubed, which that's what we want because it's going to cancel out. All right, so plus b squared plus b. And I forgot to mention, the problem doesn't show that 0 on the back end. Remember, we need that. We need those placeholders if that is gone. Okay, there's no constant on the back end, so we need to add it in. All right, so from here, change your signs because we're subtracting those two polynomials. Those cancel right there, those 2b cubes cancel out, and then we combine like terms, so this would be a negative 7b squared, and then an 8 minus 1, so that would be positive plus 7b. Okay, and then you're going to be kind of puzzled here because you're like, we have a 2b squared and a negative 7b. There's not really anything nice that I can take 2 times to get it into a negative 7. So this is where you're going to have to do that other division, or that other operation I showed you. So you're going to do negative 7b squared over 2b squared to figure out what that term is going to be. All right? So b squared will cancel, and you need a negative 7 halves. So we need a negative 7 halves in here, which will multiply through. Okay, that fraction is going to run through there. All right, and this is what it looks like. So I just said negative 7 halves times that 2b will get me to a negative 7b squared, sorry, that 2b squared. And then we'll have a negative 7 halves b, and I needed to drop that 0 down, so then we have a minus 7 halves on the back end. So that's what it looks like, okay? Change your signs because we want these to cancel, and then we have to add. So yes, we are adding fractions. All right, so if we do the 7 plus 7 halves over here, 7 over 1 plus 7 over 2, this one will turn into 14 halves, okay, which will give me 21 halves. So this will be 21 over 2b plus 7 over 2. Okay, now that will be your remainder. And it's a pretty ugly remainder. So you're like, well, I got to write this. This right here has to go over the top of this right here. Now, yeah, you're right. Okay, but that's a fraction inside of a fraction. So I'll show you how to take care of that. So we have 2b squared plus b plus 1. Okay, so this now down here, this whole thing, that thing right there is our remainder. Okay, you can't have a fraction within a fraction, all right? So you got to ask yourself, how can I take care of those 2's in the denominator on top? What can I multiply those fractions on top by to get rid of the 2's? Okay, well, you could take this whole thing times 2 over 2. Okay, this is called the clever one. Okay, we've actually used it a couple times in this class, maybe the I over I, that's kind of the same thing. Okay, so it's kind of a neat trick here. So you just multiply the top all by 2 and multiply the bottom all by 2, and that will give me my remainder. So this top one, you would distribute that into there, cancel out the 2's on the bottom. Okay, so we'd have plus 21b plus 7 over, now we take the bottom, all these times the 2. So it'd be 4b squared plus 2b plus 1. So this up here is our answer. No, it wasn't easy, okay? And yes, it takes a little bit of perseverance to figure out how to do that, but that is our solution for number 29, okay? So hopefully when you're working through your homework, you saw this link pop into your emails, show you how to do number 29. So that way we can take care of it over the weekend and you don't have to do it on Monday. Okay, it's kind of a freebie. So Let me know if you guys got any other questions, and have a good weekend. Or have a good night if you're not getting this before the weekend.